So good evening, one and all present here. Welcome to the Mask Leadership Community Leaders Connect, where leaders create more leaders. Welcome to the episode LC015. My name is Prakash Sharma, and I am the founder director of Bija Training, as well as the author of the book, The Mask Leadership. Now, today we all are in here with a specific purpose, and what is that purpose? We'll let you all know. The Mask Leadership community is built with a key objective of creating 1,000+ leaders, wherein week after week we invite key top management leaders from the top management, and we invite them for sharing their success stories and influencing our community members who are working professionals. And that's where we call it as leaders creating more leaders. So let me tell you all that today we are in fact having a topic, special topic, which is, I'm sure we all are aware about it, acceptance builds confidence. And if you all are ready to start this particular session today, type in the chat box ready, and we will start this particular episode with our guest, Mr. Ratnavel Rajan. So type in the chat box ready, and let me see how many ready are coming in the chat box. Great. So thank you very much, all the participants, all the guests, as well as members and visitors who are present here today. This video is also being recorded, and we are on the YouTube live. Currently, we all are muted, and we will be giving an opportunity to discuss with our guest during a particular time at the episode, and that time will give you an option to unmute yourself. With that, let's start this particular episode by let me introducing our guest for the day, Mr. Ratnavel Rajan. So, Mr. Ratnavel Rajan, a quick background about his professional life, personal life, let me share, and then professional life, you'll be having a video. Mr. Ratnavel Rajan is married to Ms. Vasuki, and his wife is a volunteer in Urini Foundation as well as a homemaker. And Mr. Ratnavel Rajan has two sons, Pradeep Sendur and Irai Kumaran. And they are both students, they are studying. And Mr. Ratnavel Rajan's hobbies is social networking. He likes socializing, interacting with people, and his favorite sport, excellent to know that, is kabaddi as well as cricket. A lot more to know about Ratnavel Rajan, and to know more about his professional experience, let's have a look at the video and we will continue again. Grateful members and guests and all the other visitors who are here for the first time who have been here. So please do write welcome, Mr. Ratnavel Rajan. I'm sure here the guest is here for us to share and discuss about today's special topic, how acceptance builds confidence. Welcome, Mr. Ratnavel Rajan, sir. We could request you to kindly unmute yourself.
Thank you. Happy evening, Prakash, and happy evening, everyone who has joined in this call and taken out your time. So, as he mentioned, mentioned, you're all the committed leaders who are part of this call. So I'm really equally delighted to and looking forward for this session.
Great, sir. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Rajan sir, for coming in here. That's been really, really great and awesome. So, Mr. Atul Rajan, we have the specific topic here, which is how acceptance builds confidence. So, let me ask the first question here, which comes out. We all understand that all human beings are not 100% perfect, right? So, they are human beings who keep making mistakes. However, now, knowing the fact that people make mistakes, there are some managers in reality, still they find it very challenging to accept the own mistakes what they made. And if it is so, is really acceptance going to build the confidence? So, will you be able to share your views on that, Mr. Ratnavir? So, secondly,
Great. Excellent question to start the session. So maybe I want to start with a quote from Henry Ford. He said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you are right.
yes.
So it is within you. And I also would like to quote one Tamil quote from late Mr. Kamaraj. He was ex-chief minister of Tamil Nadu. He said once, உங்கள் குறைகளை நீங்களே நீங்களே அடையாளம் கண்டு கொள்வதுதான் உங்கள் வளர்ச்சியின் அடையாளம். That means if you are accepting your mistake or identifying your mistake, that is a very signal for your starting point for your development. So accepting oneself and accepting you as yourself is the greatest gift one can give it to himself. That is a very, very starting point. See, nobody is perfect in this world. Okay, that's why you can see the pencil. Every pencil has got an eraser because it is you tend to make the mistakes, right? So accepting oneself means being comfortable with whatever you are, and it is an innate pose of being peace with yourself. Being peace with yourself is very important rather than peace with the world.
True.
If you're not having a peace with yourself, you cannot maintain peace and harmony in the world. So I believe that accepting oneself and accepting whatever you are, and it's a failure or if you're an ugly, but you need to first accept what you are. Many people are accepting all their positives, all their things which they feel it is a big image for them, what all the things can be said to others, that they are ready to accept. Whichever is their negative, whichever their they feel it as an shy to show to outside, they feel it's an ugly to expose to outside, they never even accept for themselves.
True.
So that is very, very important to accept our own positives as well as the negatives or the improvement areas. So I think this is a very, very first starting point for accepting ourselves. That's what I wanted to, as a start point, I want to share that, Prakash.
Wonderful. Wonderfully shared, Mr. Ratnavel. So you're saying that accepting self will only actually gain that confidence. So let me ask one more question. In terms of accepting when it comes, there are many people who are working in large organizations. And when they're working in large organizations, there are also other colleagues are there who are really much better than us. And I'm sure we as a manager, we are aware that even sometimes our subordinate is much more better than us, irrespective of the competencies. Maybe it could be in communication, it could be in decision. There are many competencies. But knowing the fact, there are managers who feel that if I accept in front of my subordinate, then I feel that there is a respect is lost within me. So the question is it really so? And what do you feel regarding this?
So, as I mentioned earlier, I want to reiterate the point. An unconditional self-acceptance can help boost your self-confidence. The same way for a leader, if you proclaim yourself to be a leader or a manager, then you should be in a position to accept your mistakes in front of anyone, even if it is a superior or even a subordinate. If you are ready to accept your mistake, the people around you will try to help you and they will support you to come out of that. Rather, you portray that you are the man of perfection. You are the man who can never make a mistake. People will try to act with you. People try to say that yes, yes, you are right. They will never tell you that whatever the things you are doing wrong also, because they will think that if you tell also, this person will always take it in a different way. So in front of many people are having this bias of accepting the mistake with the subordinates. Whereas it comes to the boss, even if you're not, sometimes you're very open to, very, very volunteering yourself that no, because of me only it has happened, like that. So most people will try to vessel out of their mistake. So there are, admitting your fault puts you one step closer to the dealing with it. Okay, so you are one step already closer when you are accepting it, being it is a large organization or a smaller organization.
True.
But many people bringing their ego, the ego comes out whenever it comes to subordinate relationship. How come I can accept in front of many people? But I have seen the managers or the leaders who has the courage to say sorry to the subordinates are the real winners. They can win the hearts of the people. See, the failure or making some human error is common for everyone. It's a boss or a subordinate. But when you are able to accept it, then you are showcasing that you are ready to accept the challenges, accept the any failure also, and also you are ready to accept that your subordinate can be better than you. If your subordinate is better than you, then your team will deliver better.
That is something really excellently told. If the subordinate is much better than you, the team will start even performing much more better. Wonderfully shared. There's only one thing which we need to handle that subordinate more appropriately, right? So, and that's when accepting him wholeheartedly will really help. Great, great. Wonderfully shared that, Mr. Rajan. So then we have one more question. Before the question, the guests as well as the members here, if you feel like turning on your videos, please feel free to turn on your videos so that even our guest of honor also will be able to see you, so that it will be easier for us to interact more. All right. And let me ask you the next question, Mr. Rajan. So as a leader, in fact, it's very common or a manager to give advice to people. And it's very easier for as a manager, and I have subordinates, and I start giving advice to people that what needs to be done, what need not to be done. I have a very common question. Is it really possible to change another human being? Can a human being really change another human being? If it's yes or no, and what is your view, and how you will be able to share this so that we can understand more on this?
It's a very tough question, Prakash. I will take that. The answer for me, if you ask me a very openly, I would say no. No one can change any person in the world. But if you want to be very optimistic, I will say yes. How I will say yes? We can enable people to think. If you are able to make somebody to think, then you are helping them to change themselves. You cannot do the change process directly. If you are able to enable somebody to think about it, that's what the good leaders will always try to come with, not with the advices. They will not come with the upfront advices or tips. They will try to pose or try to put some of the incredible questions to the people. They will make them to answer. They will make them to think about it. So as soon as you are able to make somebody to think about the situation, you are helping them to change their situation or change their thinking, they change their behavior. Otherwise, if you are trying to you do the process directly of changing somebody, that can be only an artificial, can be only a temporary, that cannot be a permanent solution. So I strongly believe that it's a process, and you need to have the patience to be part of the process and do it. And you are seeing a lot of heated arguments, a lot of situation will happen. That time, even though you know that you are wrong, you will never accept it. For the peak of the moment, you will say, no, you are wrong. Why? Because you are not allowing yourself to think. As soon as a human being starts thinking, they will surely ready to take the changes. So I strongly feel you cannot directly change anyone, but you can do, if you are able to help somebody to kindle their minds, kindle their thinking process, surely the change will happen.
Wonderfully shared, Mr. Ratnavel, saying that in fact no human being really can change any other human being, but in reality we need to only kindle their thinking process. And as a leader, my role or my role should be only to kindle the subordinates' thinking process by asking questions, is what you're saying, and the questions will really make them think about their own, and that's when change is more all of an internal process. Wonderfully shared, Mr. Ratnave. Very nicely told. So before we go, we have a quiz question. But before the quiz question, I have one more question to you, sir. And this question is going to be, in fact, see, we all understand that there are challenging situations every human being face, right? And we are also aware that we need to accept the challenging situations which comes to us. But in reality, we are really seeing most of the managers, when real time challenging situations are coming, that's when they are finding it difficult to accept it and they do not accept. So, what is the kind of a mindset is required for a leader? In fact, if he really has to accept a challenging situation, what's that mindset he should possess, Mr. Ratnavi?
It's another interesting question. Before acceptance, I have one more A to follow. So first and foremost that you must acknowledge the situation. The start point of accepting this any tough situation, to handle any tough situation. The first one is that acknowledging the situation itself. Many people, especially the youngsters, are not even ready to acknowledge there is a situation like this which we need to handle. Sometimes people try to stay in the denial when they face a tough situation. However, longer you try to avoid the problem, the longer it will take to address it, right? So, acknowledge the situation is the first one. The second one is that developing a plan. As soon as you acknowledge there is a situation, you should start developing a plan for it. Brainstorm potential, how to deal with it, with the team, with yourself. Many people don't even consult themselves. The best consultant comes from you. So you have to consult yourself, and you have to brainstorm. And even if you can, no, you can't fix it, you can develop a plan to cope with it. For example, no, determine who you can call on for support and how you can keep going even when you don't feel like it. The next one, change what you can. So in the tough situation, whichever thing for example, now COVID-19 situation, you and me can change it, Prakash? No. But what we can change, we can wear the mask, do the social distancing, we can use the hand sanitizer or the hand washing. These are the things which we can change now. And we all changed temporarily. And if you go to the roads, you will find that there is no corona in India now. Okay. So whatever things you can change, you should change it. But not the entire situation, you may not be able to change it. And you should also identify what you can't change. Whichever things you can't change, also you should identify. It's very, very important in accepting your tough situation. And you should also develop the coping skills and to deal with your feelings. So, if you look at the COVID-19 situation, we all now coped up, how to deal with this situation. Okay. And most importantly, focus on what you can gain out of the situation. Any tough situation will also bring you very good opportunity for you, very good learning for you for the future. So you should always focus on what are we gaining out of this tough situation. These are all the things, if you follow any tough situation, you can accept, you can build confidence out of it. The kind of the confidence you are building out of any tough situation, you cannot say get it on all these, goodwill, all these good factors. But in the tough situation, there will be a great learning which will bring you a lot of confidence in you.
Wonderful. Excellently shared, Mr. Rajan. So that's when I'm going to take a quiz, Mr. Rajan, for a time being now. And let's also ask all the visitors who are here and for the first time, as well as the members who are already been coming week on week basis, and this particular question. So members as well as the visitors who are in here today. So let's take up the quick quiz. So every week after week, we also have a quiz, and the person who really answers the first gets the Mask Leadership online 360-degree assessment feedback is what you gain as complimentary. So if you wish to get the Mask Leadership online 360-degree assessment feedback, then keep your fastest fingers first and type in the chat box the answer for the question which I am going to ask you now. The question is going to be very, very simple. The question is, before even acceptance, there is a first point is what Mr. Ratnavel told, which is an activity which needs to be done. What is that first point? Wow. Oh, there is Nagaraja. In fact, he has highlighted the first one. Acknowledge is what Nagaraja wrote. Excellent, Nagaraj. You have been highlighting it rightly. And yes, I do understand. I believe Nagaraj is keeping it ready. Let's answer it. Good one, Nagaraj. Happy about it. And Nagaraj, you really get the Mask Leadership 360-degree assessment feedback as complimentary for you. Congratulations, Nagaraj. All the guests as visitors, please do type congratulations, Nagaraj, on the chat box. And definitely, Nagaraj, I would request you to kindly unmute yourself. And our team also will unmute you. And if you're possible from your side, please do unmute. And also turn on your video if possible, Nagaraj. Are we audible to you, Nagaraj?
Yeah. Thanks for the gift that I'm getting it from Mask Leadership.
Wow, that's great. Thanks very much, Nagaraj, for being an active participant and listening to Mr. Ratnavel Rajan's key points and what you're sharing it. And you've been really good in terms of giving it the first point. Good one. So
I think Prakash, the session was extremely good. Reason being is these are the simple points, 1, 2, 3 points that we learn, but they are very powerful. If we are able to implement in our daily life, whether it is a business or in life, it could be a personal life as well. It can add extremely super value.
Wonderful. Thanks very much, Nagaraj, for sharing it. Nagaraj, we would like to know more about you. Maybe know what do you do?
Yeah, so basically myself, Nagaraja Sirigeri, I've worked in a bank for almost 6 years and then started a company called Karyam Financial Services Private Limited in the business of financial services. It's been 12 years now. So we help our customers in creating wealth and protecting wealth.
Oh, wow. That's really great. Nice to listen to you, Nagaraj. Yeah. Looking forward, and thanks very much for being attending this particular session here. So Nagaraj, since you have answered it right, we give you an open question to ask Mr. Ratnavel now as the first question, if you have any. And then we'll also request the other members and the guests here in the community. So Nagaraj, do you have any question to ask Mr. Ratnavel Rajan?
Yeah, I was trying to unmute myself. It was not possible. Now it is possible. As we all know, when acceptance is one of the problem which was already addressed. So many a times, people working in a company, they feel hesitant in going and addressing it either to a superior or a co-colleague or a junior to say that I don't have this kind of a skill. Can you really help me in making me understand? See, not everybody will be skillful in every aspect of life or in the profession. Some things they don't know. It is good that they go back and ask and learn about it. So if somebody is not doing it, what is the kind of an advice, sir, you are giving for them?
Yes, Ratnavel Rajan, sir. The question is for you. Kindly unmute yourself, sir. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that's a good question, Nagaraj. So, as you rightly mentioned, nobody is made for everything in the world. So and everybody's got an improvement point, and also the skill set or the competence is not always need to be matched with whatever the requirement. So, as I already told you, there are two. When we are talking about acceptance, there are two acceptance we are talking about. One is that accepting what you are, whom you are, and what you are possessing. Second, ready to accept the opportunity or the challenges which are coming in your way. So, for example, today, I don't know whether you are aware or not, the Natarajan who has played for India, he went to Australia only for the T20 matches, not for one day international. He was picked up in the team only for the T20. And now today he played for one day international and he picked up 2 wickets. And incidentally, India also won the match after a long time. So you know that there is a kind of a skill set which is required for one day international, and T20 is always a different. But one has to really adjust when it goes a test match. The skill set is really different. But if at all you are really identifying yourself that this skill set which is not not available for me, or if you are not able to identify yourself, always go to a mentor or the coach or the person who is having a versatile in that area. Ask for a feedback. So this is a best way of getting a feedback, or that kind of the suggestions where you can start working on it. If a person is readily willing to go for any challenges or taking additional responsibilities, you should always ready to go out of these comfort zones, then work on it. If you are in the comfort zone, Nattu might have been playing for only for Tamil Nadu Premier League, never might have gone to the IPL or to the Indian team, right? So this is what I wanted to just match with today's situation.
Excellent. Wonderfully shared, Mr. Rajan. Nagaraj, I believe you might have received the answer for the question which you have asked. So really great. Thank you very much. So yeah, so guests as well as the visitors here, as well as the members. Yeah. So if you have any questions to ask now, either kindly write in the chat box or feel free to raise your hand. We will give you an opportunity to ask a question to Mr. Rajan about how acceptance builds confidence. And I'm sure throughout the questions, the answers what Mr. Rajan has given, I'm sure those all are very easily understandable. And I'm sure that is very impactful for us to go back and deploy what we need to be doing it. So before we get into it, any of the questions here, any you want to answer?
Sir, I would like to ask, sir. I would like to.
Yes, Dr. Raghuram, please go ahead, sir.
Sir, your explanation is splendid. Wonderful explanation you have given there. You are a man of practical exposure. That's what I can say, not a theory. Many people will convert the theory into practice. You are a practice into theory. You are doing the reverse side. That's what I observe for these things. I need only a clarification, sir. See, when people are, I don't want to question or anything else. That's my views, and we can have a interaction with these things. So when the people are accepting the mistakes, acceptance is one side, and unconditional apology is also another side. I apologize myself. I'm sorry it has happened there. I apologize myself for this great mistake has happened there for this. Apology and acceptance, is it both are same, or apology is superior word than accepting the mistake? No, I'm not putting in I'm not putting any fixed situation.
No, very interesting question actually.
Yes.
A very interesting question. I would answer in a most practical way. It depends on the situation, sir. Which one is superior? Is it acceptance or apologies based on the situation? See, many people, to avoid the situation, to avoid the any kind of conflict, they will come out with an apology.
Yeah, exactly.
Apology is not a solution to those situations. So, for many situations, acceptance is the one which is the need of the day. Not
when you give acceptance.
When you give acceptance, if you give it as you said, open-heartedly, and you really understand the situation, even sometimes apology need not require.
True.
Because the apology should be come out in your the acceptance in the most of the situation is greater than the apology, and in some other situation where you cannot bring any acceptance, apology may be a timely solution.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
But I was thinking a different way. Apology is a superior word, because when you unconditional apology, when you do that means acceptance is very low. I was thinking apology is this side, acceptance is low. When you unconditional,
that's what I said. It depends on the situation and the people who are dealing with that, sir.
Situation is the boss.
Yes.
That's all. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, rightly told. In fact, Dr. Raghuraman. So, situation is the boss, and based on the challenging situation is where we do take a call. Whether do I need
Call.
to apologize, which is temporary, or do I really need to accept that wholeheartedly that situation? Wonderfully
Exactly.
shared,
Exactly.
Mr. Rajan. That's wonderfully told
Thank
as
you, sir.
well.
Thank you, sir.
So, one
Thank you.
more opportunity we give to any of our visitor as well as the members here in the community. Is there any other one more question, or if there are no questions, I should be able to move forward quickly, and excellent answers. And I am seeing chat box is completely fine. So, okay, great, sir. So far, no questions. And if you feel any of the members here in the community would like to ask any question, feel free. Great. So in the meantime, let me take a quick summary as well. So a summary of what we have discussed. Oh, I believe David Selvaraj is raising his hand. So Mr. David Selvaraj, would you like to share or ask a question, sir? Just a minute, we will unmute you, Mr. David. And then I will summarize after Mr. David Selvaraj's question. Yes, Mr. David Selvaraj, you'll be able to unmute yourself. You can speak. Yet to? Kindly unmute yourself and speak, Mr.
Yeah, I've unmuted here. I completely agree with Rajan sir about certain decisions and circumstance under which we take certain decisions sometimes may not be the right ones. And our subordinates may have the right suggestion. We should have the dignity and the courage to say, yes, you're right. But that's a very important thing. I went through it when I was in the army about for 6 years. I'm talking 1980s in the beginning. I took some wrong decisions when I was at Sikkim facing the Chinese border. But then I realized that particular decision at that time was wrong. My JCO, Junior Commission Officer, was saying, Saab, aisa nahi karne ka, aisa karna hai. And I said, dekenge Saab. Then when I realized what decision I took was wrong, I said, Saab, ab jo sahi bola hai, kar lo, aisa kar lo. And the whole unit transformed into one particular team. And we were able to face the aggression. It was a I won't tell you the post, what time it happened. I'm not supposed to, but I'm telling you, it happened with Citibank. It happened in Cognizant where I was serving. Sometimes when I think certain things are right and take a decision, my subordinate says, "Aisa kar sakte, ipdi pannalama sir, ipdi pannalama." When I relook at it, I feel they're right, and I mean immediately accept. I said, Karthi, நீங்க சொல்றது correct point. இப்படிதான் பண்ணோம். And it really helped the team. We achieved. And I think that's what Rajan sir was telling. Of course, it all depends from situation to situation, subject to subject. But then the acceptance should come from within to say, yes, my decision may not be the right one or the wrong one. And thank you, Rajan sir. I'm with you. I've experienced it so many times. And my team really supported because of all these things, sir, what you also said. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, and very happy to see you in this call and meet you here. I just want to add one point in this. You rightly mentioned. Some of the people some of the times we underestimate the people with us, and especially the subordinates, and especially the lower level staff. Being a HR head, having 20 years of experience, I have seen many of the IR situation, industrial relations situation, even a strike situation, or a major conflict between the union and the management. We got the solution out of the the office boys, the drivers. They come with a proper solution to some of the problems. They come and give some of the input, which is the need of that hour. They will come and say, sir, this one point, if you are able to address, the whole situation will change. And we have taken that. I have seen in one strike which went for 13 days, we addressed one of the points given by one of the gardener, and that strike came to the end within 2 hours. That gardener gave us the input, and we addressed that. Within 2 hours, we were able to conclude that strike. So it is not the people, the level of the people. It is which is the real input, what they are bringing in, what kind of the suggestion they are bringing in. You have to look at it. Many times, unfortunately, the modern managers are looking at who is bringing the message to you, who is bringing the suggestion to you. Don't look at it. Please look at the quality of the message, quality of the feedback, quality of the message you are receiving. That is a key here. Thank you. Thank you, David sir, for making me to add that point.
Excellent. That's really an excellent point, Mr. Rajan, what you've told. So it's not the matter of who has given the suggestion or the point. It is a matter of what quality that particular suggestion or the point is all about, which makes the difference completely. And that's really true. Wonderfully shared. So great, Mr. Rajan. So thanks very much. In fact, let me quickly summarize what all we have understood from the discussion with Mr. Rajan. And for that summary, I would like to share you all our model, in fact, which we have, the Mask Leaderships model. And today, in fact, Mr. Rajan was also highlighting about these points too, in fact. So if you could see the points, so let me go a little behind. So on behind my screen on the live background, you're able to see that we have the productive habits PH, and we have skills, which is also there, and UH is nothing but unproductive habits. And these are the points which we've been discussing. And today, the whole point which we're talking about is the productive habit. As a part of the Mask Leadership, one of the key elements we talk about is the productive habits. And acceptance is a productive habit. And how do we more and more start demonstrating acceptance in different situations is what Mr. Rajan spoke with us today. And we started off with how do we really accept when we are making mistakes, as every human being makes a mistake. And as a human being, if I make a mistake, do I really take the courage to accept my own mistake? And only acceptance will make me a leader. And that's the first which we spoke. Second, also we spoke about acceptance of self mistakes is fine, but we also did discuss about accepting the other person. It could be a colleague, it could be a subordinate. And my subordinate could be much more skillful than me. And if my subordinate is much more skillful than me, first, the next level of if I have to be a leader, I need to really accept even the subordinate as how is he. And then we moved on to understand that no human being is actually 100% perfect. And one more also we understood saying that no human being can even change any other human being. And that's what, in fact, which Mr. Rajan really told to us. And we only can really influence people, and we only can really make the person think and trigger, and that's what we actually will be able to do. And finally, we all came to summarize challenging situations will come for every human being, and a role, the mindset is what he narrated very excellently. And you have to really have the mindset to take it forward and the mindset to accept the challenging situations. The first is acknowledgement, and then is where he shared about the focus should be there in developing it. And that's when, he said developing the plan, and then change, and then is where focus should be coming. The 4-step model was tremendous. So thanks very much, Mr. Rajan. Your key points are very, very relevant for us to understand how and what it makes a difference. So for the visitors who are here for the first time, who have been here in the first time here in this particular community, let me share with you the Mask Leadership community titled Leaders Connect is every week on a Wednesday, we all meet wherein we invite a key top management leader from a corporate company, and they share their success stories with us. In other words, that's how we call it as leaders creating more leaders. And if you wish to always keep coming on week basis to move towards your constant growth, you're always welcome. Please do on the chat box, you'll be able to see. We can also feel free to visit our website, as well as my mobile number is there. Kindly share your number or interact with me, and I'll be able to add you to our Telegram group, where we all have working professionals whose complete aim is to learn from key top management leaders week after week, and learning in a structured way will really help us for a constant growth as a leader. And that's what we are doing here in this community. I'm sure this will help each one of us. So with all this, let me share with one aspect finally. And I would like to thank, in fact, Mr. Ramakrishnan, who is here with us today. Mr. Ramakrishnan, thank you very much for sharing the connect of Mr. Ratnavel Rajan. Mr. Ramakrishnan, you're there, sir? If you're there, I would request you to kindly unmute yourself, and that will be helpful for us. Yeah, Ramakrishnan?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Ratnavel sir. As usually, you demonstrated. We
Thank you
received
for the
very good.
opportunity, Ramki.
No, no.
Thanks for the opportunity.
So it is well done, sir. Very nice. As usually, because every time you are making very good demonstration, you are delivering very good insights according to the topics assigned to you. Today also very nice.
The
I
you
really
know,
enjoy.
the people always say the quality of the audience decides the quality of the speaker. So I really love the audience here. Maybe whatever I've delivered here because of the quality of the audience and the
No. It is acknowledged by
doing.
one of. It is acknowledged by one Dr. Raguraman, but it is purely practical oriented. This is great, great acknowledgement.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Raguraman sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ramakrishnan sir. It was really good. And for the members here, if you feel that you have connections with the top management and you also feel that those top management leaders can really bring in insights and help all the working professionals in our community here, please do share my number and then please do, we will be able to take it up forward. So let me be sharing the next week's leader for us. So that's very, very important. The next week's leader is here on the screen. We're able to see is Mr. Ajay Kalyankar, who is the Managing Director of Community Finance Private Limited. He hails a huge and a 25 years plus experience, and the topic which has been chosen is decisions design your destiny. And how powerful as a leader your decisions should be is what he highlights. And he's here with us next week to share his success story, how critical decisions are being taken during challenging situations and how those decisions has helped him grow in his career and which has really created a destiny for him. So next week, link is also there on the chat box. You will be seeing it. And if you are comfortable to completely register it now, please feel free to register it. Otherwise, we'll also be getting your link in the respective Telegram group as well. So wonderfully shared all the respective points, what has been discussed. So thanks very much, Ratnavel sir, to really share your viewpoints and really enlighten all the leaders in this particular community, which has really helped, in fact, doing so. So before we all leave, I would like to share a thank you video to you, Mr. Ratnavel sir, and the thank you video is going to be now here on for you. So thank you one and all. So very important to remember, please do write your key learnings on the Telegram group, which we have, which will help all other leaders as well as what are the key insights which you have taken. And one last question, Ratnavel sir, what is that message you want to share with our community members here? So with that, we will be thanking you once again. What is that one message you would like to share?
One last message is that if your earning level is increasing, don't increase your standard of living. Please increase your standard of giving. Give more and you will get more blessings. Thank you all.
Wonderful, Mr. Rajan, wonderfully told. Improve the standard of giving, and that is where the real leaders, which we do. And we're able to see it from you, sir. That's the demonstration which is being made. Thank you very much, Mr. Ratnavel Rajan, sir, for being in here. It's a real pleasure that you've been here with us. Thank you very much. Thank you all the visitors, members, as well as the guests. And we all will meet once again next week. Thank you one and all, and meet you all again next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.